Welcome back, everybody. It's more Ben the Human with Vagrus, the Riven Realms. I've discovered something. As if that was groundbreaking. The crystals we want, the flava crystals, maybe you could have intuited this based on the name, but we need to get it from Crystal. Problem is, Crystal doesn't have a lot of supplies, even though it's not too far away from where we're going. So I tried to go there. I tried to record an episode, I should admit, and I got into a horrible death spiral where we ran out of supplies, tried to get back to Lumen, and all of my people were starving, and then they got mad at each other, and then I literally ran out of movement points, so I couldn't go anywhere. It was like right around here, and then we just died. So, that pre-recorded episode will never see the light of day. Just take my word for it, it wasn't fun. But we're going to go to Lumen instead. We're going to offload a lot of the obsidian we picked up. And then, well, hopefully we can get there, because we don't have a lot of supplies as it is. But hopefully we can get to Lumen, pick up enough supplies to survive going out to Crystal and back. If we don't get enough, we might have to do a run back to like Tor'Zag's or something, and then we can pick up enough supplies to go all the way and come back, because it was not fun getting out there, running out of supplies, and then just slowly dying. It took like 15 minutes for the whole thing to come to an end, so we won't be doing that. Let's see here. So we're a little low on some of our stats. The forced march though is gonna cause some issues, I think. But I think we have to. Yeah. And now we're getting low on some of our stats. So maybe we can get away with that being the only forced march we do. He says hopefully. How close are we? If we go here and then up, that's 15. If we go here and then up, that's also 15. So we actually don't really save any time by going the other route. Okay, well, we'll just go straight there then. And then camp. And then maybe we can send our people out to get some... there's just not a great chance to get any food. Let's pay our people. Maybe that'll keep them happy for now. Oh, this did happen last time. I'm glad it happened again. Okay, so the Comitatus is enjoying an evening's rest during an arduous journey, and so are you. While you are trying to relax, Renkailon walks up to you. The dark elf stops a few paces away and looks at the sky without uttering a word. It is clear that he has got something on his mind, so you ask him if there is anything wrong. He frowns. Well, not wrong, as such. It seems my past keeps catching up to me, no matter where I go. May I have a word? You assure him that you are all ears. Renkailon sits down in front of you cross-legged and then produces a parchment from underneath his leather armor. He crumples it in his lithe hands, evidently unsure of how to proceed. You encourage him to speak his mind. When I joined the Comitatus, I had no intention of letting my bygone affairs interfere with our professional collaboration. Honestly, none at all. Yet here I am, and truly sorry about the fact, too. He holds up the parchment for you to see. I got this from a courier in the last settlement we visited. Urchin just straight ran up to me and pressed it into my palm. Brat must have known who to look for. He strokes his left cheek absent-mindedly. Anyway, I've been mulling over this message ever since, until finally coming to a decision. You ask what this is all about. Once again, Renkailon waves the piece of writing dismissively, like he is about to throw it into the campfire. An old mistake of mine, he snorts. That's what this is about. Prince Lakor of Devon's Dark Elf Colony wishes to employ me on behalf of a debt I no longer owe to him and his family. There's no obligation to do as he bids, as I am not in his service, yet it might prove profitable. I made up my mind to take the job, but wanted to ask if you'd like to partner up. We tell him that we are interested. We did so much work to get him on our side, it would be so crappy just to be like, F you. Renkailon is not usually prone to showing emotion, but right now you can tell he is glad to hear your decision. Let me tell you about the mission then, he says in his usual quiet voice. As you might not know or not know, that's not the matter here. Prince Lakor, the sovereign of Devon's Dark Elf Colony, holds an old grudge against another ever dark and noble family, namely the Varuk dynasty. It's recently came to his attention that the Varukai are exploiting a gate to Everdark in the north of Hargod Tool to ambush Komitatai going from the Dragonlands and back. Now, Prince Lakor has no love for the reptiles, but he won't let the accursed Varukai gain any advantage either. My job would be to scout this entrance to Everdark in order to gain knowledge. Your job would be to assist me, mostly by taking me there. You assure Renkailon that you're on his side and give him all the help you can muster. The Dark Elf thanks you and then leaves you to enjoy your evening's rest. The next morning we will continue its journey. So, we are out of food, but we could make it to Lumen today, which we probably should. Let's go for it. March, march, march. Alright, enter. Now, let's load up on supplies. Let's offload all of our obsidian except for one, because we need to give that to Kandig. We only have... Well, let's buy the supplies as well. We have 7 days worth of supplies. Crystal is 2 to 4 days worth of travel away. And they do have a little bit of supplies in Crystal. We could get Flava crystals here, but I bet they're cheaper out there. So, let's look at equipment. One of the other things that happened to me when I was trying to save my people is a bunch of them got blinded by accidentally crawling into one of the crystal areas, and that seemed bad for everybody. So we won't be doing that, hopefully. Is this off? Oh, that's arms. What is arms listed under? This one? Ah. It's funny that goggles count as arms. But anyway, let's see if anybody wants me to take anything to Crystal. They have some fighting near Crystal, but I'm not very good at fighting. That seems like a bad idea. So what we're gonna do instead is let's go to the Manzio, see if anybody wants to go to Crystal. This person wants to go back to the quarry we were just at, so maybe not. Instead, let's go to the Manzio. How are we doing on... We have everybody that we could need. We should get one more scout. I forget. Having 3 scouts is, like, ideal. Exchange for news. We already looked at passengers. Let's go for a rest. Let's try and bring our morale and stuff back up. We're a little low on things, but hopefully we can pay to improve. We could pay a lot. We do have a lot of money. And Vigor should come back up with our guard sleeping stuff. So why don't we pay a little extra? It's like a little more than... Well, a little less than half. To get some morale back up, to get some of our nutrition back up. And then hopefully we can get the other stuff coming just on its own. Alright, now comes the long march to Crystal. We have to go around. Going through the crystals is a bad idea. We don't have the special crystal yet. So let's camp. And then we want to go... Not that way. We want to go up, because you have to go around this crystal field as well. Sucks that we're kind of, like, off on our movement, but that's fine. Kind of do a wiggle through the desert. We're already at 3 days. Man, this is gonna be rough because we got to turn around and come back. Ah, crap! Oh wait, whew, they don't want to fight me. We just ran into a war camp. That is so much power. There's no way. Later, guys. I hope you have fun with whatever you're doing out here in the wasteland. And then we gotta squeeze a little more out of our people here. And Gorgoro healed a little bit. He's still pretty wounded. And then we gotta move. Otherwise, we're gonna just run out of supplies out here in the wasteland. All right, enter. We made it to Crystal, team. We got some insight for that. Let's, we have 4 insight. Can we upgrade, what's his name? Our buddy. Renkailon. How much do you need? Is it... You need 5. We're 1 short. We'll get there. Alright, let's read about Crystal. It is no wonder that a town called Crystal was named after the abundantly available resource right beyond its confines. A Polaris of yellow, shoddy material that is lethal during the day as any other crystal forest in the region. The settlement itself is still a budding venture, with rival trading houses vying for power and profit over the area, perhaps ignorant to the fact that the blinding and searing Polaris is a less promising and more troublesome than they envisioned. So... I would like to do... Basically what's happening here is they're trying to build a town, and House Aquo and House Darius are trying to vie for control over it, and the Magistrate is the one that decides who gets the town. Both Aquo and Darius will talk to me. The Magistrate will not, because I am not famous enough. You need 2 renown to be able to talk to this guy. You only need 1 to talk to these 2, which is weird. But anyway, when we get 2 renown, we'll come back and try to resolve this, but for now we don't really have the capability of doing so. What's more pressing is we have 4 days of supplies, and we need to make it back to Lumen. So we're going to rest at the Manzio. Let's exchange for some money. Anybody want to go to Lumen? You want to go to Tor'Zag's, which we're probably going to go to after we go to Lumen. So, let's take you. We're partially defended and persistent. And we didn't reduce our supplies, thankfully. Guarding your camp puts a strain on your guards. Is it because we have so many people with us? Oh, well, I guess I don't know how many people we picked up. We don't want to hire any more people, though, because as it is, we are kind of running low on supplies. So let's go to the Manzio. We shall rest. We'll try to boost our stats because we won't be able to use our guards to boost as well. Or as much as we could before. Alright, both of our guys healed, which is good. Let's go back to here and get as much supplies as we can. We had to burn 1 day of supplies just resting here. But now we gotta go back. Well, before I go, let's just make sure I didn't goof. Yeah, we have the Flava Crystal, we have the Obsidian. Alright, we have 3 days to make it back, or we have 3 days worth of supplies to make it back to Lumen. We don't have our movement ability yet. That'll be tomorrow. Yes, we do have to pay our people. I always forget to do that. Name a more iconic duo. We haven't even made the self-imposed 7 silver limit yet, you guys. Chill out. Alright, let's rest. We don't want to do this one because we have 1 less fighter than required. We have so many workforce people from our passengers. So let's just rest. Get our movement speed buff. And then just kind of gun it for here. And then we'll do a little forced marching to get the most out of our movement speed. Rest. Onward. And then how far away are we? 9. So 9. And this is probably 4, and then 3. So that'd be 16. We have to do a forced march today, and then we'll have to do a forced march tomorrow. We're going to be pretty low on our... Don't go through the crystals, you idiots. We're going to be pretty low. Oh, this is also a 4. Rough. Alright. We're going to be pretty low on our movement overall. That's 14. We can just make it, so we should do that. Because if we don't, I think we're going to starve. And our people are going to be mad. Alright, we made it back. Before I goof and sell something I shouldn't, let's go talk to Candig. Hand over what you brought her. We've sold all of our stuff. Well, isn't that nice? Excuse me. Well, isn't that nice? We're actually making progress. Thank you, dearest Vagrus. Keep up the good work. Speaking of which, we're ready. Oh, ready to take the next step? She asks. You nod. I think I lost the voice that I was doing for her. Ready to take? Help. I've lost my mind. It's like, it's a little more high pitched. It's like the lady from Kung Pao. You ever seen that movie? Ready to take the next step? That's what it was. Ready to take the next step? She asks. You decline for the time being. I'm losing it. We will decline for the time being. I want to make a run over to Tor'Zag so we can replenish some of the money. We were up at like 150 at one point. Running all these errands and missions for people has kind of depleted things. So let's see if anybody needs anything. Nope, just the typical guard mission, which I'm not a fan of. However, we can replenish the supplies we have, thankfully. And that's 6 days. Is that enough to get us to Tor'Zag's? 4 to 6 days, okay. We're not great on our like morale and stuff, which is unfortunate because it like lowers our ability to travel speedily. And we'll hire one guard so we can at least get the bonus from that. Devon, Sunrock, and Crystal. So now you want to go to Crystal, you nerds. We gotta rest because we burned literally everything. So let's pay to get some of our stuff back up. Our obedience is not great. Disciplining your save says a diminishing return and may have an opposite effect. So we should do that one. Just because we need the obedience back. Our morale is not great. So maybe... Well, let's do the middle one. I'd love to get some more vigor. Nutrition is actually kind of fine. And morale, we can probably recover some. Why can't we pay now? Morale, we can probably recover some on the road, he says, hopefully. Alright, we've rested. We only have 5 days of supplies now. And we're down to 7 movement. Is that because everybody's super unhappy? Probably. Alright, let's boost it to 10. We'll go straight down. Something ought to go wrong. One of your crew... he did this last time. Have him treated as a slave, you dickhead. He killed one of my slaves. Yes, I know. Alright, end day. This is your last chance. We're still the Vagrus, thank God. What is happening? Why is this like a constant... Oh, it's because... Can we get morale back up? Why is this so bad? I'm still not quite sure how the morale system works. Because, like, this is supposed to be giving us a +1 to morale, right? That doesn't seem to be happening. Like, they keep just, like, killing my slaves now. And my morale will never increase, I guess? Even though this is supposed to, like, continually boost this, right? Like, if I take this off, now it just keeps going down. Like, this would improve their morale. Maybe if we make it to Tor'Zag's, we'll be okay. We don't have enough money because I yeeted all my money into crystals. Because I don't think ahead. I know. We're almost to Tor'Zag's, you guys. If we can make it like 2 more days. Pay the road tax. Of course the tax man shows up. Alright, 1 more day. Just 1 more. We're so close to the city. Nothing to be done. We've lost all of our movement, but we did have our boost left. We've done it. And we have enough to pay the gate tax. Oh boy, that was probably as close as we came to losing and not actually losing. We succeeded on like 2 or 3 Vagrus checks. I don't know what else you'd call it. Alright, yeet the crystal out of here. We need to sell all of it. We somehow lost money, although we did pay people. Let's get our supplies back. And then how are we doing? We're barely above the threshold, so maybe what we do is hire a worker, and then buy a slave. Okay, so we're back up above what our workforce should be for a good threshold, I think. Let's exchange for news. Lowlife's complaint, wine or mushroom beer. That sounds interesting. We'll buy the rumor. I like that. And then what do? We should do... We need to work on our morale. And normally that is by doing like our arcane Lumen cycle. They want me to take Ivory to Lumen. We don't have the rep for this. We never have the rep for this. Where are all my Arcane missions, you guys? What have you done? Well, we could go directly back to Lumen. And that's really the only one available to us, so... What is Arcane like? Or what is Lumen like, actually? If we just turn around and go back there? Could do some missions to gain... We gotta build our morale back up, essentially, is what we need to work on. Do they like Ivory? They must like Ivory, because that's what I'm bringing there. It's the old standby. Oh, apparently not. We're taking Ivory that's more expensive here and selling it in a place that doesn't want it. But that's the trading people's job, not mine. So, we're gonna do our own trading instead. We could do copper. I don't know how much copper is available here, but it's something. We don't want to eat too much of our money, though, because... Linen? You could buy it for 5 and sell it for 6.4, which is pretty good, considering how much is a stack of linen? 15? No, that'll get you a silver and a bit for each stack. Marble is expensive here. Mushroom beer as well, and that's a bigger stack. You get 6 for each of those. Mushrooms is a little bit of profit. Pottery, once again, very valuable as well. Maybe pottery is the way to go. There's a couple options for us. Just want to make sure we have enough supplies. And then tin, a little bit of profit, but not great. So mushroom beer, pottery. That'd be a crafted material. Here. Pottery, they have 92 available. Okay, so we have 5 days of supplies. 8 days of supplies should be plenty to get back to Lumen. And we need to take the faction offer first. So take this with us. And we have 4 slots for pottery. Where are you? There's the mushroom beer. There's the pottery. 15 each, so we can fill up on 60. And it's not crazy expensive, so we're actually sitting pretty okay as far as what we can take with us. Alright, let's get a good night's rest at the Manzio. Any passengers? Druzian Quarry, no thanks. Different Quarry in Salem, which we haven't gone to yet, so maybe eventually we'll go there. But for now, we'll get a rest in. Oh, and before I leave, I should stop by the... What's his name? Let's boost our morale. At least we'll be distressed instead of broken or whatever we were. All right. So before we leave town, let's go to, is it the Undercity? Yes. So the Alchemist. And we want to buy a bunch of medical supplies. Actually, a whole lot. Because they're super cheap here. We are good. Purchase poison. Alchemy tools. Well, we don't really do alchemy here. So let's leave the Undercity. Alright, we are ready to head out. I think we're in a stable-ish place. We're back to 8 movement instead of 6. So that's something. Alright, off to Lumen we go. Let's all keep a clear head now. Gonna rest. We're back to broken. What the heck, people? Oh, it's probably because I haven't paid them in forever. So we might have to bite the bullet and pay them 2 times to get them back to steady. Gorgoro has healed a little, which is good. How are you doing? You're back to 13, 6, 16, 13, 13, 15, 15. Alright, our companions are doing really well now. And I'm gonna jog along through the wasteland. I think the red means he's still injured, but I always thought it was like he's in dire straits, but I don't think that's the case anymore. Alright, we're starting to recover. We're back to pretty neutral on everything now, except obedience. Everybody's like, I will do exactly what you say, master. Which is good for me. Alright, so here's the point. I think it makes sense to break off from the road is when you reach the point, the tip of Vigilus Tower. We'll rest again. And now we cut straight across towards Lumen. Probably should have sent my dudes out for foraging, but what are you gonna do? Alright, and one more day. And we've made it to the city. Alright, we're recovering slowly. Alright, back to good old trading. And then we turn in our quest. We get good rep with Aquo. Great. We're actually doing really well with Aquo. I think we're above 80 rep with them if we look at our faction stats now. Yeah, 86. I'm hoping if we get to 100, it'll boost our... Oh, if we get to 90, we'll be at tier 1! The first one we've ever reached tier 1 with. Hallelujah. Oh, now they want me to go to Arcane. Oh, defend them. That's why they want me to go to Arcane. Alright, I take it back. Oh, we have tier 1 with the Loaders Guild? Really? We do! When did that happen? Well, too bad they want me to defend them. I'm not very good at fighting in this game, so we'll have to say thanks but no thanks for now. Okay. Let's go gather supplies. And then... So pottery is in demand here. Let's go for the full 8 days. And then we're gonna eat all of our money into crystals again. Or as much crystal as we can buy. How much does this cost? That would take all of our money. So maybe just 3 stacks of crystals. And then, is there anything else we could bring that's not quite as expensive between Lumen and Tor'Zag's? I know crystal is really the thing to do. But maybe there's something else cheaper that we could drag along. Really doesn't look like it. And it kind of... Oh, wait, dried fruit. We can make two bronze on each of them. We could do flava crystal. So, is that cheaper than blue crystal? It is. By about half. So, dried fruit, flava crystal we could do. Doesn't look like anything else will work for us. So, a rough trading day for me, but we did, like, basically pull out of a tailspin, I feel like. That was pretty rough. Thanks a lot, Candake, getting me into trouble. Alright, we're gonna buy the stack of fruit here. Any flava crystals? You have 2. Might as well. Alright, so 12 it is. We still have some movement left, so we might as well just, like, leave. Unless we want to rest. I mean, we're doing pretty good. Our morale is back up to 9. When did this happen? This is great. Let's not rest here. But we are set to go, I think. So we'll head back to Tor'Zag's, and then maybe what we'll do is because we put Kandake on hold for now. Let's do this one last job. We'll pick up some supplies in Tor'Zag's. Maybe make see if we can't pick up any. Where's the thing he wants me to look into? Pick up some supplies to go to Devon, maybe if there's any missions from the Loaders Guild or House Aquo or anybody, honestly. And then maybe we can make our way to the Northern Hargad Tull and scout out the tunnels. I wish where is that? We do have this outstanding mission from the Prince as well. Is this it? What are you? Oh yeah! Okay. That's not far at all. I thought it was off to the north. But it is not. But instead, we'll make our run to Tor'Zag. Sorry, I've been rambling here for about a minute. We'll make our way back to Tor'Zag, sell all of our stuff, pick up some supplies, and then see if we can't load up to go help Renkailon with his one last job out here in the Wind Belt. But until next time, I hope you had a good one. If you enjoyed the video, do click the like button. It helps out a lot. If you want to see more of Vagrus, the Riven Realms, or my other videos, subscribe to the channel. That also helps out a lot. But until the next time, guys, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!